Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. Here are the five for the Raptors. On the perimeter, it's Barrett and Barnes. Rob Williams is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's quickly in at the point. And for Boston, Horford and Porzingis are manning the post positions. The talented wing pair of Brown and Tatum. And it's White in at the point. Well, Greg, we know tonight marks the end of the year, the calendar year, but we're still in the thick of this NBA season.
No doubt, Kevin. And for teams that aren't doing as well, this is a good opportunity to reset. Leave all your troubles in last year and usher in the new one with a new mindset.
Now here's White. Left side, Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Barnes. On target from 13 feet.
Okay, listen, Tatum can strike from anywhere. The mid-range is an open option for him at all times.
Passes it to Barrett. Back to Barnes. Pass to quickly. Feeds it to Ayton. Nice D from Porzingis. Up top, Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
How about those nifty moves from Tatum? So crafty with the rock.
And Barnes has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. 4-point game. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Yeah, missing from the line became contagious. That happens. They just pick the worst time to do it.
Here's Brown, following the basket by Robert Williams. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he's kept this percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Brown.
Every team in this league wants a Jaylen Brown, a tremendous two-way wing, and boy, Brown can put up giant offensive numbers.
And Brown drops them both. RJ, we've seen multiple all-star games for Jaylen Brown. Can he become a superstar?
Well, to me, if you've got a finals MVP in your back pocket on your resume, you are now a superstar, and Jaylen Brown is that.
Now, here's quickly. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Boston again missing. The Raptors have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Porzingis kicks to White. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Porzingis creates so much space when he's out there. It allows him to make passes just like that.
Barnes looking around. Here's quickly. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Well, the Celtics won their 18th championship in 2024, the most of any franchise in the NBA, and with multiple extensions this summer, securing their core moving forward. Boston has made huge financial commitments to compete for championships every single year.
Not a team to be taken lightly. All right, Johns, we thank you for the report. A free throw drops for Quickly. Celtics leading by 3. Brown the pass to Tatum. Back to Brown. Releases. Offensive rebound. Horford. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Scotty Barnes picks one out.
I like when Horford seeks out his offense like this. Look, making the D compromise on one or the other.
Celtics have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Raptors trail by 4. Now Barrett pass to Quickly. The pass to Barnes. 6 to shoot. Brown against Barrett. Horford with the rebound. Celtics leading by 4. Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters. And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Now here's Porzingis. Toronto grabs the miss. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Barnes. Banked in off the glass.
Barnes is so physical inside. He can beat you down there as well.
Now here's White. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Now here's Barnes. Misses the baby hook. Brown right side. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Night in, night out, Brown just makes plays.
White against Quickly. Outside Barrett. Porzingis with the block. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Ayton finds Williams. Clock at 4. Barnes against Tatum.
The length on Tatum is just so tough to contend with. Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Here's Ayton. A 24-point outing in their last game against Atlanta. Barnes kicks to Barrett. Just 5 on the clock. Walked again.
Still a tremendous player. Al Horford using that experience.
Porzingis passes to White. Shoots. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the call will be against Al Horford. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's his second foul committed with a lot of game left. Gotta be careful.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Al Horford. Here's quickly. Last game he had 13. Barnes outside. And again, Toronto no luck.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Did a great job closing the gap, making the shooter feel uncomfortable.
Here's Brown. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just one so far.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Tatum down low. He's guarded by Williams. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar. And the effort never wanes.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
The story so far has been their mid-range shooting. The analytics might not like it, but elite offenses still knock it down from that area.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
Now look, from the moment he stepped into this league, Jason Tatum has been a difference maker. Every team in the league is looking for guys like him. Long, athletic, and most importantly, winners.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Holiday comes in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Pritchard in for White. That one is no good. Fades back, and the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
The versatility of Porzingis, able to strike a number of areas.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Over the last few seasons, we've seen the resurgence of Porzingis. And, Richard, it has been fun to watch here. Hauser's checked in. Having an efficient three-point attack, very tough to defend. Let's see some of the best. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Here's Edey. 8 points his last outing. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. To the left side wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Shepard, and it's blocked. They retain possession, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Boston ball.
Outside Holiday, stolen away. Shepard, the pass to Murray. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Outside Holiday. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Passes it to Shepard. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Mitchell with it. Still without a basket. 5 to shoot. Pass to Edey. Edey. And Boston with the rebound. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting. Unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
It seemed like any time they strung together a few baskets, they just went ice cold so quickly.
Here's Mitchell. After Drew Holiday's score. Pass to Bassi. Here's Shepard. Driving inside. And no good.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
Here's Pritchard, covered by Mitchell. Edey with the rebound. Raptors trail by 9. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Out left of the wing. Mitchell outside. Pass to Edie. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Raptors shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And the first one at the line is good. Boston making a switch here. Walsh is checked in. And so he hits both. Boston leading by 7. Here's Pritchard. 14 points from him the last game against Indiana. And Holiday has it in the corner. Lets it go with a 3. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
The Celtics have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
3 shots. 3 shots.
And he hits the first of 3. The Raptors making a switch here. Fernando's checked in. He's off on the second.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
And he nails the third.
And they've been the more physical team offensively, seeking contact, looking to score in the lane, and getting to the line.
And there's the drive. At the tip, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Now here is Holiday. He's coming off a 16-point game against Indiana.
And he made a living at the line as well. Got there over and over and did some damage.
And it's good for 2. And now just a 5-point Celtic lead.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
And there's the pass to Hauser.
2 minutes.
There's 1:54 left to play in the first. Clock at 6. Here's Pritchard, covered by Mitchell. The layup missed. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Toronto. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively, challenged shots, and really protected the rim.
They were very disciplined on that end of the floor, staying attached to shooters and disrupting plays with their active hands.
The Raptors have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. He's off on the first. can't make the second free throw either. Missing both.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Now, here's Mitchell. He has yet to score. In the corner, Murray with it. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Take a moment here to check out the stats for Holiday. And his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. And the first one drops. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Celtics leading by 6. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Walsh. Buries the long-range jumper. Walsh has got 5 points so far.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Here's Shepard. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
He's good enough where it takes a lot to bother him at the rim like that.
Holiday looking for an opening. Pass to Walsh. And he banks in the lane. 7 points in the game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Mitchell. Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Holiday. And the layup's good off the glass. Holiday's got his second basket of the game.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell. And so it's the Boston Celtics ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
RJ, one league rule that has gotten a lot of attention. Carrying the basketball.
Oh, these guys carry the ball at a ridiculous rate. Even Allen Iverson used to do it, and then eventually he took it out of his game. But yeah, the referees could clean it up a little bit, I'll be honest.
So for Toronto right now, the guard set is Quickly and Barrett. Murray out there with Scotty Barnes. And it's Ayton in at the center position. Zingas, he's checked in for the Celtics. Barnes outside. Great D that time from Tatum.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
A 3-ball. Rebound by the Raptors. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Barnes. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Horford. Pass to Tatum. The three. The three from Tatum.
With his touch, Tatum's a threat from anywhere.
Raptors trail by 10. Barnes outside. Over Tatum. And that one's good. Barnes has got 4 points in the quarter. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. On the pass to Tatum from outside the arc. Tatum with another miss.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
That's tipped. Quickly kicks to Barnes. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Horford.
And you got to be careful how you guard Barnes, especially when he's in attack mode.
This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for 2.
First free throw is good.
And Barnes, an all-around threat. A good scorer, aggressive rebounder, solid passer, and more than capable defensively.
Williams, he's checked in for the Raptors. Barnes hits them both. And here's White. Passes it to Porzingis. Back to White. Barnes grabs the miss. Raptors trail by 6. Pass to Barrett. Ayton trying to break free. And Barrett with the basket on the assist by Barnes.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Brown. In the corner, Tatum with it. From the corner, Tatum is pure.
Watch out. Tatum's going to stretch the defense all over the place if he's knocking down threes from the corner.
The pass to Quickly. Porzingis with the block. And they'll get another chance. And it's Ayton missing. Celtics leading by 7. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. Now, here's Quickly. After R.J. Barrett's miss. Quickly. The rebound by the Celtics. Porzingis has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Outside, White. Horford kicks to Brown. Celtics passing it around. And Tatum puts up a deep 3. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tatum's got the lead up to 12 now for Boston.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Toronto calls timeout.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
On the wrong side of a scoring run here,
Let's see some of the numbers here for DeAndre Ayton.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now, here's Quickly. Bobbed up there for Barnes. An emphatic LU jam.
Totally in rhythm with his team. Barnes goes up high for that alley-oop.
Here's Brown. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the flow.
Onside, Barrett. Quickly against White. Quickly the pass to Williams. Porzingis with the block.
Those long arms of Porzingis are a serious factor on defense.
Right side, Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Passes to Tatum. There's the 3. Rebound by Williams.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Quickly. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Raptors. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Friday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Now here's White. Back to Tatum. Boston, no good that time either. And so Quickly will bring it up for the Raptors, trailing by 10. Brown against Barrett. Pass to Edey. 4 on the clock. From deep three-point territory. Boston grabs the miss.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
And so it's Boston with it. 10-point lead. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Quickly against White. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer, Horford. That one's in. His first shot this game.
They need that floor spacing ability from Horford. It's big for them when he's knocking down triples.
Toronto calls timeout.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense.
Changes. Walsh is checked in. And it's Holiday in for Derek White. Then for the Raptors, Bruno Fernando's checked in for Williams. Shepard comes in for Barrett. And it's Mitchell in for Quickly. Now, here's Mitchell. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Knocked loose. On the wing, Barnes. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Just tough, gritty play there by Barnes. That's how you deal with physicality.
It's Brown on the wing. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Barnes down low. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Brown inside the line. Fernando pulls it in.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Mitchell against Holiday. Mitchell kicks to Barnes. Unloads. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 4th rebound in this one. Holiday up top, covered by Mitchell. Brown, good. Brown's got 10 points.
He's looking much more confident here in the second quarter as far as the scoring goes.
Barnes left side. Here's Walsh, covered by Barnes. Walsh can't get it to go.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Barnes can't get it to go. Boston leading by 11. Here's Walsh. He's got 7. Porzingis finds Holiday. Now here's Brown. 5 on the clock. Latrey. Rebound by Mitchell.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Now here's Barnes. 14 points for him. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Fernando's got his first points in this one.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
He's checked in for Toronto. Murray comes in for Scotty Barnes. Boston leading by 9. Here's Pritchard. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game. And Holiday has it in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. 2 points. That one goes. Holiday's got 6 points.
You can see the toughness that Holiday plays with. Contact doesn't faze him.
Richard, so many things about Drew Holiday's game you love, but what impresses you most about his game?
Well, I know it's an easy answer, but it's his defense. It's hard to be a feared defender in the modern NBA, Kevin. But Holiday is such a pest at all times on that end of the floor.
Here's Hauser. Still scoreless. Now here is Holiday. D right on him. No good on the shot.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
The assist.
Here's Pritchard. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first half. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Ayton, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Now, here's Mitchell. Pass to Ayton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's the kind of toughness from Ayton that they want to see inside. Not backing down when things get physical.
The Raptors have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9. Free throw drops for Ayton.
A double-double machine who can also block shots. You won't find many centers with Ayton's size and talent.
Second free throw, no good. Celtics leading by 8. Hauser the pass to Pritchard. Outside Holiday. Ayton against Horford. There's the pass to Hauser.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
First team foul.
We've got 33 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Holiday. Passes it to Pritchard. Shot clock at 6. The second chance effort. Yep, that one goes. And the Celtics lead by 10. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Raptors. One second left. Oh, yes, he can! Yes, he can!
The buzzer, that's why he's that dude.
Yeah.
The Raptors.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
He didn't even look worried about the time on the clock. Nice way to end a quarter.
And so that's the end of the first half. Celtics out in front. They're up by 8. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Jason Tatum. You have been rolling early. How did you get in that rhythm?
Just staying aggressive. Just continue to get in the gym and see something go in. It feels good to see him go in early. And it felt good to have us have a good start. Hopefully we keep it up.
Yeah, it was flowing great in that first half, Jay. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Boston had no problems getting going. They had the upper hand early, defense and offense clicking, opening up an 8-2 run after the tip. They were able to string together a nice set of offensive plays to finish the quarter, making their last 4 shots. Momentum shifted slightly in the second quarter, causing them to lose some traction, but they still ended the half up by 8. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Celtics.
They built this lead from the perimeter. We know they have shooters to do it. We know sometimes they play outside in. This is one of those games that's going on by the script. Impressive performance thus far.
Looking at Toronto, Shaq, your thoughts?
They've been out of sync in this one, shooting under 40%. Struggling to create good looks and settling for tough shots. I like to see them drive the basketball more and get easy buckets.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Raptors trail by 8. Tatum in the front court alongside Horford. The guard pair. It's White and Brown. And it's Porzingis in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the Boston 5. Now here's Porzingis, following the miss by DeAndre Ayton. Here's Brown. That one, no good. Nice D from Barrett. Barnes against Brown. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Jaylen Brown.
Look how ready Barnes is to play physical. He insists on finishing his motion.
Raptors have gone 7 of 11 from the line.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Barnes hits them both. Now Brown. inside, Horford. White looking around. Just 5 on the clock. The shot comes out.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Here's Barnes. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Back, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together. Here's Ayton, hits the jumper.
You know, even when you contest Ayton, he still is capable of making it, especially when he's that close.
Barnes against Tatum. Knocked away and stolen by Williams. On the wing, Barnes. And Tatum pulls it down.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Fires from 14. Tipped away. And they get it back. Brown wide open. He fires. It's good from long range. Brown's got 5 points in the quarter.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
Quickly against White. And the slam by Williams.
What I really love about this kid, you know, Williams he's physical, he's explosive, and yes, he plays above the rim. He just brings that nastiness to the game.
And it's Brown missing. Raptors trail by 7. Barnes right side. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Barnes has got 18 points in the game. And so White will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. There's Brown with the 3, and again, Boston with the triple.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
And finished off by Williams.
You know, something that Williams does so well as soon as he has inside positioning, he just goes for the finish.
Now here's White. And Horford wide open. He shoots. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 3 assists in the game. Tatum against Barnes. And let's go to our leaderboard. Instant offense is the specialty of these guys. The highest scoring shooting guards in the past month. Jaylen Brown, 4th.
And night after night, we see this group punish opposing defenses. I mean, if you pick one way to deal with them, they'll beat you another way.
As a 2-guard, that's what it takes to put up points like these guys do. You have to have a versatile game. You have to be able to keep the defenders off balance.
That's good from Barnes. He hits both from the stripe.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Now here's White. Brown outside. To the inside. Porzingis. Good on the bucket. And the Celtics lead by 9.
Dominant play by Kristaps down in the paint, mixing it up with the defense.
Quickly kicks to Williams. Dishes to Barrett. That shot is off. Some solid defense from Brown. The kick out to Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And now it's a 12-point Celtic lead.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Now here's Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. Williams finds quickly. And the rejection by Tatum.
The all-star Tatum engaged on defense. That's a scary sight for opponents.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Al Horford. And then for Toronto, Edey's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. And Bruno Fernando subbed in for Robert Williams. And here are the Raptors now. A 12-point game.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
And really, the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Boston.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And they've also been steady from the three-point line and doing a good job creating room for their shooters and then converting.
And that one falls for White. And Derek White, he's one of the most valuable guards, Richard, in the NBA.
White can play the one, he can shoot the ball, plus he is an all-league defender. So Derek White gives you everything you want in your backcourt.
And both free throws good for White.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Toronto calls timeout.
Yeah, things not going their way. To look at the numbers for Kristaps Porzingis. Putting up about 24 points per, 8 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. But you look at all that, and really it doesn't give you the entire picture of his impact defensively.
Just in general, numbers don't tell the whole story with defense. Guys like him, you have to watch to understand his impact.
Pass to Edey. Barnes against Tatum. 6 to shoot. To stop the run. Here's Fernando. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Pass to quickly. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Edey. Another shot. Bucket is good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
White the pass to Tatum. Now the pass to Porzingis. Moves back up. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Here's an example of Porzingis really attacking the ball off the miss.
Celtics have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. Boston making a switch here. Richards checked in. The Raptors also with a sub. Murray's checked in.
Porzingis at the line with 1 shot.
The free throw off from Porzingis.
And when healthy, Porzingis is a highly impactful player. He is a 7-foot wing that really spaces the floor.
Lets it go from 11. Almost, but it rolls out. Here's Boston. They're on a 15-6 run.
Raptors foul Edey. First personal foul, 3rd team foul.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
The first free throw is good. Mitchell, he's checked in for Toronto. And both free throws good for White.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Mitchell with it. Here's Fernando. Murray outside. Clock at 6. For 3. It's hauled in by Cornette. Cornette's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Porzingis. Makes it off the glass. Porzingis has got 8 points.
In the second half, we've seen him refocus his shooting. Much fewer wasted possessions.
Pass to Edey. Here's Fernando. Passes it to Mitchell. Beyond the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 7.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
And it's White missing. Raptors trail by 15. Barrett kicks to Mitchell. Back to Barrett. Inside. Got a piece of it. Here's Pritchard. From 13. Pass to Cornette. Basket good. Cornette's got his second bucket.
Nice, clean bounce pass. Sometimes the fundamentals are all you're going to need.
On the wing, Murray. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Made that one as his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Mitchell passes to Murray. Back to Mitchell. Over Tatum. Here's Murray. Lays it up off the glass. Murray's got 5 now.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Timeout called the Celtics.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, this is... Hauser's checked in, and it's Drew Holiday in for White. Charles Massey, he's checked in for Toronto. Shepard comes in for R.J. Barrett. Here's Pritchard. Down low. The pass to Hauser. Nice ball movement by Boston. From about 16, it's hauled in by the Raptors. Edey's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Back to Mitchell. Out to the wing. Here's Shepard, guarded by Holiday. And the officials have called the illegal swing right there.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Boston making a switch here. Horford's checked in.
Bringing the heat. Horford goes for the rim with real intensity.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Toronto. Trailing by 19. They get a hand on it and stolen by Horford. 1:39 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. And here's Holiday. 6 points for him. Here's Hauser. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Hauser's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. We've got 1:13 left here in the third quarter. Here's Mitchell. No good off the back of the rim. Boston leading by 22. Here's Pritchard. He feeds it to Holiday. Five on the clock. Edey with the rebound.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender. Poor guy.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game. The Raptors making a switch here. Ayton's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
.35 seconds left in the third. Now Tatum, 19 points in the game. And the layup falls. Tatum's got 21 in the game. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Mitchell. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Now here's Tatum. Off target there with the little lead. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And we'll be right back after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page, woo.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. The guard set is Quickly and Barrett. Ayton is out there with Rob Williams. And it's Murray in at the 3 spot.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Quickly. Excellent D there from Holiday. Celtics leading by 22. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And the NBA last season, Richard, really emphasizing it's an 82-game league. And I know you love that.
Oh, that is my favorite thing. I was taught by the legends of the game that you go out there and play every single night that you can. At some point in time, the sports and science team realized that it is very difficult to be a professional. But I stand by. 82 games is an achievement that very few can achieve now.
And he makes the first.
Talk about a guy who gives you everything. Drew Holiday is a coach's dream.
Derek White's checked in for the Celtics. Both free throws good from Drew Holiday.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Quickly with it. Shot clock at 6. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
One of the most unselfish players in this league. That's a nice pass from Drew.
Quickly looking it over. Holiday against Barrett. Porzingis with the block. And here's Brown. Here's White. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Greg, you think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for White. For Toronto, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Outside, Barrett. Pass to Shed. Here's Rupert. He's looking for Williams and finds him. They need this. The offensive rebound. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Third personal foul. Third team foul.
Some people, RJ, have called for fewer regular season games. Could that help?
Absolutely not. If Kareem Abdul-Jabbar can take commercial flights and have to stay the night over and play 82 games, I think that the teams today can play 82 games.
And he makes the first. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Raptors have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. The dish to Williams. Pass to Shed. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Barrett. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Got to find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not going to get it.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Sinks the three-pointer.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Here's Shed. When you compare, Richard, the NBA to the other major sports leagues, you have to be proud of the way things are run.
The NBA is a global league that focuses on global expansion, more so than any other major sport in the United States. And when it comes to the players, there isn't a league that treats their players better.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. The Celtics making a switch here. Springer's checked in. And then for Toronto, Edey comes in for Williams. And it's Barnes in for Barrett. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Springer. On the wing, Holiday. Nice ball movement by Boston. Passes it to Springer. 6 to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot. Here's Tillman. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. The feed now to Barnes. And he uses the glass on the layup. Barnes has got 22.
And a guy who has quickly adapted to playing NBA offense, Barnes, he can be a producer.
Pass to Walsh. For the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 5th assist in this one. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Outside Holiday. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. Nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity. Always a plus.
Here's Shed after the basket by Boston. Here's Rupert. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul, second team foul. Shooting for Toronto, Rupert taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And he can't hit the second. Celtics have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Springer and Barnes sends it back.
Oh, tremendous defense there from Barnes. That 7'2" wingspan coming in handy.
Cornette kicks to Holiday. Richard, who do you think is the most impactful player right now in the NBA?
I stand by this. As long as LeBron James is wearing an NBA uniform, he is first, second, and third. The ratings say that. The money says that. As long as he is playing, he will be the most impactful player in the NBA.
Xavier Tillman, second personal foul, third team foul. At the line for the Raptors, Bruno Fernando taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
So he gets them both. And so Holiday will bring it up for Boston. There's the pass to Walsh. Now Holiday. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
He's 6'4" and well-built. Drew is bigger and stronger than you think.
And this year's draft class considered to be one of the weaker classes in recent years.
I don't believe in a such thing as a weak draft class. There is always going to be a player or multiple players that stand out. Understand, even if you're drafting 60 players, if 5 of them turn out to be legitimate players, that's a good draft class.
And the first one drops.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
Both free throws good from Holiday. RG, what have you noticed about the young players that enter the NBA today?
Unfortunately, the NBA is now tasked with teaching players how to play basketball. The NBA wasn't a teaching league 20 years ago. Now it is. A lot of players are spending their first, second, and even third year learning how to play basketball. That was not always the case. They used to go to college and play for Hall of Fame coaches for 4 years.
So it's Boston now. The Raptors getting the bucket. Here's Springer. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul. 5th team foul. At the line for the Celtics, Jaden Springer. At the line for 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. The Raptors have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Shed. Right wing. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And, Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
Here's Holiday after the Raptors pick up 2. Pass to Springer. And another miss by Boston. For Toronto, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. And it's Rupert missing. For Boston, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Walsh can't get it to go. Raptors shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Here's Shed. Pass to Fernando. Over to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Shot from 12. And the basket by Rupert. Boston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Outside Holiday. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Such a smart leader. I like seeing Holiday force the defense into fouling him.
At the line, Drew Holiday. At the line for 2 shots.
Two.
First one falls for him. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
Both free throws good from Drew Holiday. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Toronto Raptors. Fernando, the pass to Shepherd.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
That's his first personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Holiday gets the bucket.
But as he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter, he's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now, here's Mitchell. And Pritchard pulls it down. For Boston, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. And some solid looks for them.
Just slashing to the rim. Holiday moving with such force and purpose.
The Raptors shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Mitchell right side. Second chance shot, and it's blocked. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. Cornette kicks to Holiday. You know, Richard, so many stars have done it. Any thoughts on a player asking for a trade with multiple years remaining on their contract?
If you're unhappy in any marriage, you should always get out. That is my opinion. Teams do it all the time. They'll sign a player to 5 years and then trade him in 2. So if a player is unhappy after 3 years of a 5-year contract, it's okay for him to request a trade, but continue to show up to work. That is my only request from the players.
Now here is Holiday, following the missed shot by Davion Mitchell. Shoots the 3. Bassey pulls it in. Bassey's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Barnes finds Mitchell. To the paint. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Now here is Holiday.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
The line for your Celtics. Drew Holiday at the line for 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Holiday. Well, a lot of former NBA players have a hard time, RJ, giving credit to current NBA stars. Why do you think that is?
I think so quickly we don't hold next generations to the same standard as prior generations. I don't get into all of that stuff about who is better and who is greater. I just focus on the growth of the game.
Both free throws good from Holiday. Toronto's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Mitchell up top. Stolen away. Holiday with it. The pass to Hauser. And here is Horford. Pass to Pritchard.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Rebound by the Raptors. To the middle. Here's Bassey. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Celtics.
A minute 42 left in the 4th.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Bassey, second personal foul. At the line for your Celtics, Drew Holiday. At the line for 2 shots.
Relax on the first.
That free throw good from Holiday. RJ, you had a chance to ref a Summer League game this past year, so you get a little bit of a feel for what these guys go through.
Being a referee is by far the hardest job in professional sports. To try and keep up with the amount of plays, the amount of possessions, I do not envy their job.
Shots good by Mitchell.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Boston.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Porzingis.
He limited the opposing offense's impact as well with some superb defense, finding lots of chances to knock away shots.
And the Celtics with possession here after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. 5 to shoot. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Brownie's checked in for Pritchard. And here are the Raptors now. Barnes outside. Here's Shepard. It's hauled in by Brown. Here's Boston. They're on a 15-6 run. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Jason. Congrats on the win. It was a slow start on offense, so what got you guys going in the second half?
Coach told us we didn't deserve to make any shots. We were too tense. We weren't having any fun. We started having a lot more fun second half. Guys were smiling and cheering, and we had some shots.
Well, it's good to know that if you smile, you make shots. I'll keep that in mind. Congrats, man. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We appreciate you tuning in tonight, and we'll see you next time.